One the daily, innit? I took £18 on Wednesday. I took about 24 on Tuesday. Monday I did. I had 2 private jobs on a Monday for friends, and in 6 hours on Monday I took £4. But trains are just getting harder and harder, so I wouldn't recommend anybody to come to this game. They call me money up front, Mick. So I'll give people an idea of how much it's going to be. Just see you pick up a fare going to Mortis, like you want 50, 55 quid. Now, if they don't want to give you the money, I just don't take them. Because for the simple, I'm not going all the way to Mortis to be ripped off in the middle of the night for nothing. So the genuine ones will give you the money up front. And you've just got to say to them, if they're starting to be awkward, you know, listen mate, you pay before you get on a train, a bus, plane. So what I say to them is, I want £55 up front. I'll put the meter on and I'll show you how much it is. And if there's anything due back to you at the end of the trip, you're welcome back to your money. And you cannot be fairer than that. It's better than picking somebody up, going all the way there and they're doing a runner, or they haven't got any money, which happens quite often. It's better than going all the way and just not getting paid at all. So if they don't want to give you the money up front and then put the meter on, show them how much it is, well, you just get the next car or the next car or the next car. While they were doing this metro station up, we were lined up outside the jewellers, and it was busier through the day then because people could see you. Even if it's dark, people on the top road would see your taxi signs lit up and they would walk down knowing that there was taxis there. I mean, most of the lads on here are single lads. But if you work like 40, 50 hours a week on here, you couldn't afford to give your wife a wage. No, my wife died and my son died. I just live by myself now. I've known drivers that's been doing this for 30 years, and slowly but surely they're just all giving up because it's just not worth it anymore. But there is one particular office, mentioning nobody's names or companies, that they may open the office, which I've never ever known, they may open a taxi office before. And they got a property that was temporary, and then all of a sudden they get it and they take over, and then that's another reason why this place is dead. It's the last 2 days have been a little bit better. I think that's because it's pay weekend. It's the end of the month for everybody, innit? So hopefully as time goes on it may get busier and busier, but I would love to know. I often thought over the 32 or 34 years that I've been doing this, I've often thought of how many cars you've gone through, in the last 34 years, how much you've spent on fuel, how much you've taken, how many hours you've done. Because when I used to work at a taxi company down there, I used to do the night shifts weekends, 24-hour shifts and that every weekend. It's just amazing. You just do all them years and all them hours, and somehow I don't know if it's through women or white women in song, that you're any better off than what you were when you started, you know what I mean, money wise. If you take that for 34 years, I see, I bet you some of the cars I've had they've done more miles in the space shuttle, man. I've worked on the fish quay, I've worked in the docks, but once you come into this job, it seems as though you just come back to it. If you work in a factory or the shipyards, you've got to be in for 7 o'clock, you start your shift at 7 o'clock, and you've got to stay till 6 o'clock at night. You've got to go for a break when they say, you've got to do what they say, and then you've got some gaffer shouting and bawling at you if you do wrong. You come out at the end of the week with just say 270 after tax, and you just think, yes sir, this is just not worth it. If I'd done a 19-hour shift on Saturday, on a decent Saturday, I could take that. So that's how you end up back into this trade.